Governor, 2,000 people, there were 2,000 people at this event, and it was a peaceful rally for what, 6-7 hours, and relatively, in the grand scheme of things, no, I understand the condoning of vandalism is not appropriate in any way, shape, or form. But can you scale for the state that is listening right now? I mean, or just assert that by and large, this was a peaceful protest with just a small amount of vandalism that took place at the end of the rally, that it doesn't reflect the bulk of it? I think because there's been a lot of information put out that would suggest that it was even a 50-50 sort of ratio of vandalism to peacefulness, where from my observations being there all day, it seemed like maybe 99% peaceful.
Yeah. I don't know who that is talking, but let me say for all of you, this was absolutely, predominantly a very peaceful protest. And that's why I said earlier, I want to, I guess, commend the protesters. They were, not only were they peaceful, but they all had their masks on and they were socially distant. So I think they deserve, I felt proud to be a Rhode Islander because they were speaking out against injustice, but they were doing it in a way that was nonviolent, sent a very strong symbol, and in the middle of a global health pandemic, also following the rules that we set out for COVID. Later, and as you say, they were there for hours. There were well over 1,000 people of all ages and races. And then after, later in the evening, there was one very limited, I should say, I don't have the numbers, Steph, on how much, but a very, very limited act of vandalism. So I would say 99.9% of what we saw was peaceful.
Thank you, Governor.